Hi, my name is Elle Berrett. I'm a corporate and commercial lawyer here at Gunnar Cook, and here are the top 5 M&A mistakes to avoid. The first mistake to avoid while undertaking an M&A transaction is not to underestimate the timescales that are involved. It takes a significant amount of time for a deal from the start all the way through to completion. It's really important that the buyer and the seller and their advisors allow enough time for data room to be populated, for the acquisition agreements to be agreed, negotiated, and don't forget the due diligence process can take months and months to complete. The second big mistake to avoid is not having a complete and up-to-date data room. It's really important in the context of an M&A deal to make sure that there's an online data room which is full of documentation relating to the target and which the buyer and the buyer's advisors can review thoroughly. It's only through the due diligence process that any inconsistencies or issues regarding the target come to light. Third mistake is not hiring the right kind of lawyers for the deal. A deal can be incredibly complicated with complex structures in place, so it's important to make sure that you engage with a set of lawyers who are very familiar with the M&A landscape. The fourth mistake is having incomplete books, documents, and contracts. If during the due diligence process the buyer's advisors discover that there are various contracts in place or other pieces of documentation that are unsigned or undated, including board resolutions or shareholder resolutions, the buyer is most likely going to want to make sure that this is rectified, and they may even require this to be a pre-completion condition. The fifth mistake that is very important to try and avoid is to make sure that a really good and robust set of heads of terms are agreed. Things such as price, any purchase price adjustments or any deferred consideration, any exclusivity or any essential contracts that need to be entered into prior or post-completion should be set out in a set of heads of terms. It's important to address all legal and commercial principles from the outset to avoid these being raised further down the line and scuppering the deal.